Matthew Thomas here with you again, and this is my first video where I'm going to be talking about what some of my favorite movies. This time I'm just going to be talking about my all-time favorite movie, and that's Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. For those of you who don't know anything about it, it's a movie directed by a man named Michel Gondry, and it stars Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet, Kirsten Dunst, Mark Ruffalo, Elijah Wood, Tom Wilkinson, and it's kind of a sci-fi romance comedy. And basically, the plot is that there's this couple, and they are together for a while, and then they break up. And a while after they break up, the guy who's Jim Carrey finds out that his ex, played by Kate Winslet, went through a process to have all of her memories of him erased. So, like, when he finds out, he kind of flips out, and he ends up deciding to undergo the same process. And as a result, you're in his mind while the process is going on. So you kind of see the relationship through his memories. And it's really, I love the concept because the way that they do it. You're going through his most recent memories, and then you end up at his like oldest memories of Clementine, which is the Kate Winslet's character. So you start off with like the end of their relationship, and you see how awful they were to each other near the end. But then by the end of the movie, you see why they got together in the first place, what made them such a great couple. So great couple at one point. So I just love that it's a love story, but it's not overly sappy or saccharine. But you by the end, even though you know that they ended up so poorly, you're rooting for them to try it all over again, even though there's a strong possibility things may go poorly in the end again. I know, like, it's funny because I came up with my list of my favorite movies based on a website called flickchart.com, and one of the guys who created it, this guy named Nathan Chase, who seems like a really solid dude, really really doesn't like this movie because he feels like it's like kind of hipstery or whatever, because it has a lot of quirky quirkiness to it, like the way it's shot in some scenes. But I couldn't disagree more. I mean, that it's perfectly fair for him to feel that way, but for me, that I don't feel that way. And because I feel like a lot of the effects, like there's scenes where things are like his memories are falling apart, and it has an effect on the way you see them. But to me, it makes perfect sense because that's the visualization of that they went with for his because his dream, like his not his dreams, I should say, his memories are being erased. So when he's reliving them, they're falling apart around him because they're disappearing. And there's some of the more eccentric stuff. There's a couple. There's like, for instance, there's like early on in the movie, you find out that Clementine has a collection of potatoes that she's kind of made into little models of people, and it's literally that. It sounds weird, and it is kind of weird, but it's only in there for probably like 10 seconds. And when you find out about the director, he grew up in a super artistic family, and like his one of his family members actually had that, and he just always, as a kid, thought it was kind of cool, and so he thought it would be kind of a good thing to put in the movie to kind of give you an idea of like Clementine's interesting way at looking at life, which is completely juxtaposed with the Jim Carrey's character Joel, who's kind of dour and just nothing like the Jim Carrey you've seen in any of the comedies. Like he's funny in a couple moments, but his character is not zany by any means. But either way, if you haven't seen it and you like movies that don't exactly follow the rules of a typical film, then I highly suggest it. And you may not like it, but you may not like any movie you like. Wow, that was terrible. You may not like any movie you watch. So to me, it's worth a shot. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's my all-time favorite movie.